can draw on my face. Let it shatter the walls for a new sun. A new day has come. A new day has come. Oh. I don't know what I was doing there, but I think I was trying to stretch my arms and just feel, the surrounding.
Waking up is so hard. One of the hardest things I've experienced in my life. So that's where I think so much. I mean, I'm not thinking so much, but that's where so many questions, pop out or come up or on your life, your body. That's when you think about those videos where they say you have sleep for a maximum of 8 hours. And then another contradicting idea. Come on, Anne, you can't get what you haven't fought for. So come on, go, don't be lazy, go. And then when I think about a person, who pays my tuition, and just, recall that so many people applied for the same scholarship and then I got it. And then thinking about my, my goals and everything, and the short time of the course, oh my God. Only that, seriously, makes me leave my bed. Yeah, so there I was stretching my arm to check the temperature in my room. Is it warm enough? Does it fit my body? Or it will affect me in one or the other? I don't even know how I determine that, but yeah, I check I check the temperature with my arm. Yeah, and then I have to decide whether I leave the bed without the whole duvet or I go with the entire thing with me when I'm going to draw the curtains to the sides. Yeah. love those tunes and the sun is already up. I love it. The new day has come. A new day Let it feel my soul and draw my face. Let it shatter the walls for a new sun. A new day has come. A new day has come. Oh, well, I love that song so much because I don't mind about other words, but I just mind about the fact that it's a new day, you know. A new day has come. A new day has come. So after all that, brushing my teeth, brushing my teeth, and drawing the curtains on the sides, you know, I stay here and take, you know, I drink or sip my water while listening to that bird. Well, there is this famous bird in the UK which does this sound. I don't know if you're familiar with this bird, but I mean, sometimes it wakes me up. But yeah, I love this sound. But if it does it if it does that sound for a longer time, I get irritated. So I really want it to do that sound for a short time, and then it goes, and then it comes back when I'm bored. Yeah, humans, we always need the other animals when we are bored, sadly. Anyways, yeah. So after taking that cup of warm water, I advise you take warm water in the morning if you can, you know. Just washes, you know, just washes the toxins from your body. Yeah, I love warm water, and I don't take cold water in the morning because I don't want to disorganize the activity of my enzymes. Don't want to deactivate them. Unlike deactivating, that's just like inactivating them, lowering the body temperature. Nope, I gave them the right temperature, 37. No, lukewarm water. Whatever temperature it is, doesn't disorganize the enzymatic activity. So yeah, after that, I always try to use this lip balm. Well, I don't think that I can buy this lip balm here in the UK, but I bought my lip balms from Japan. The Quick Relief Dry something, the green thing. I love it so much, oh my god. It's my medicine! So I applied. Yeah, so these days, it's a little bit cold and windy. So if I open my window, I have to make sure that I have enough oil or Vaseline on my face, and I have enough chapstick or lip balm on my lips to prevent useless dehydration. So yeah, so after that, I always use this fast towel. Well, I always wake up at 6. So what I do, I come here on my PC and I start responding to all the emails. So that's what I will do. 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 Do 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 do. That's what I will do. Do 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 do. All the emails. So this is the time I use to respond to all the emails, formal, non-formal, and then to the messages. And this is the time I use to check on my YouTube account, to check, you know, the viewers and everything and how I'm performing to make things better, comments and everything. So this is the time for that. So first things first, emails. I don't know why, but I mean, I don't know how this will sound to you, but emails can be a little bit hard to respond to. So I always get those 5 minutes to go through them, you know, 5 to 10 minutes to go through them and respond to them. Seriously. And the thing is that you can forget emails. I can forget an email, you know. I forget them and then I find them the next day and then I respond to them. So if you aren't so busy, it's always better to check your emails and respond to them that instant. Otherwise, you can completely forget about them. So now I'm going to start with the formal emails. I respond to them, send the replies and etc. So I go to check other emails. So this is not. So I continue to check other emails. University emails. Okay. College. Oh, well, I think you know I belong to Wolfson College. So when we receive some emails, well, sometimes not. I mean, not from all people, but they say, "Dear Wolfies." So I think they see us as like the babies for the wolves. So when they're sending the email, they say, "Dear Wolfies," and when I read it, I'm like, "Oh, I'm a baby for the wolf." That's what I think. That's what comes to my mind. Yeah. And then at the end, when they're concluding, they say, "Kind regards," or "Best regards," or "Best wishes," or the Wolfies. So they call us Wolfies, and they call themselves Wolfies. The Wolfies, that's so cute. I love it. Yeah. Whenever I receive that email, it's like, oh yeah. Well, I receive some emails about various things from them. So whenever I get that email, the first words I check, Wolfies, before I even read the email. Anyways, I love the terms. So yeah, so I have to respond to that. responding some messages. Sometimes when I'm writing an email to any person, I write the email and then I think about what I've written so many times. So sometimes I reach in the middle and say, okay, so what can I include else? And then I think about it, you know. So when you see me, when you see me having breaks, just know that my brain is trying so hard this morning anyway. My brain is trying so hard to think about what to include in the reply. Oh yeah. It's beautiful. Oh, guys, I have something to tell you. So, the first time I watched a video about the former First Lady, Michelle Obama, I saw her hand, what is this? This is the middle finger. What is this? This is the first finger. This is the last finger. No, the index finger. This one, the little one. You know what I mean. The most little finger, or the index. Okay, we leave that. So I'll explain. I'll continue explaining. So this finger, I saw that it's very separated from all these fingers, you know. For this one, it's okay, it's understandable. But I saw her, so she was putting her hand up, and I observed that this one, maybe the index finger, pink finger, well, various names. So this one was so separate from these fingers, and I was like, how come her fingers are so separated. I was like, no, it's fine. I mean, it can be about genetics or it can be influenced by other things, but I don't know. Then I was like, okay, that's how she is. And it was like, oh, how come her fingers are separated? So I couldn't understand it. And then there is another lady. She's also a leader in the US. Her finger was also separated. The first time I watched a video in which she was trying, I think there is a male leader who embarrassed her and she was trying to fire back. So she was trying to explain things and then I saw her finger separated. This one was separated from these fingers. And then I came here. I met my, my supervisor. Actually, she's my supervisor to be. My supervisor to be. So she was explaining to me, she was explaining something to me, and then I saw her finger separated from these fingers. And I was like, huh? What's happening? I noticed that before going to Japan, I wasn't using a PC, so my fingers were always combined like this. Oh, another person is I wouldn't call him my personal editor, but he's the person who helps me with most of the documents I write. He's such a great editor. Oh my god, I love his skills, his writing analytical skills, editing skills and everything. He's called Ikopa-san. He works for Ashinaga, Japan. So one day he was explaining to me something. He was like, Anne, there is always a way, there is always a way, there is always a way of decreasing the words in your personal statement. So I saw his fingers, this one was separated from these ones, and I was like, why? Why do these people have separated fingers? My fingers are combined. So I was like, oh, I have really experienced this maybe, but I didn't know, I mean. So over time, I've been typing on a PC and I noticed that, I think you can see, as you're typing, this finger goes up, this little finger, index finger, pink finger, it goes up. So you are typing. This one becomes separated over time. So that's how it comes. So I don't think that that's genetical. So, it's something you have, they obtain as they do something, it's an exercise. So they train their fingers to be separated. I noticed that. And recently I noticed that also my finger, this one, is becoming separated. And I'm like, oh no, go back. Oh no, go back. But I mean, when you're typing, if you were doing your assignment, you can't think about your finger all the time to go back, so just leave it. And I'm like, oh, one day I'm going to be like them. If I raise my hand to talk to people, they'll be like, Anne. Well, if I go back to my village and I raise my hand, people will be like, Anne, why are your fingers separated? What happened? Then I'll be like, well, you have to learn how to use a PC to understand the magic, but but I won't say that because it won't be a nice thing for them, because they'll be like, oh, you're talking about PC when you don't have them. Well, yeah, that's how it is. I have to finish this email and shoot it. Kind regards, your best student. Kind regards, your one and only student, Annette. Alright, send. Done! So, I'm done with most of these formal emails. Next thing is to check, log into my YouTube, check the comments and everything and how I'm performing. I'm beautiful. You are beautiful too. Oh wow! I love this. Wow! Many people are supporting us. Now we have 20 more subscribers. That's amazing. That gives us more energy. And then yeah, and even our watch time increased. That's amazing. Thank you so
so much to all our viewers. Now I have to go to the comments section to see what people have commented, what I should improve on. Great work, and thank you. I love you. Beautiful. Yes, that's right. We are all beautiful, baby. Okay. Oh yeah, we love that. Okay, so I have to take a note of some things they would like me to talk about next. Okay, one, number 2 is undergrad up, and number 3 scholarships. Perfect. Now, after noting those things down, YouTube is, yeah, it's so early, so that's enough. I just give it about 3 minutes, checking mostly the comments and how I performed, and then on Facebook to check most of the messages and respond to them as soon as possible. The quick messages, ne? Okay, that person is done. Okay, love. Oh, Jesus. Okay, love. This person is done. Next person. How are you? You're good, darling. That person is done. Perfect. That person is done. That person is done. The friends, baby. Do you know? Specifically, yeah, you know, sometimes you can be really fast, so I recommend you to have Grammarly. You know, it helps me, you know, when I'm typing. Sometimes I don't check what I'm typing, so Grammarly can check most of the mistakes and just click the right one. Done. So yeah, you must use all those opportunities if you have a chance. If you have a chance, just use all those opportunities. Grammarly for free. Improve your writing. And then, yeah, all the messages So I'm now making a schedule. What about 9 p.m. Good time. Wax. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't fail, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go. It's okay. Thanks, love. Let it go. Let it go. I can't hold back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Turn away. Here I stand in the light of the day. Let the storm rage on. They could never bother me anyway. Alright, so we are done with messages. The next thing is preparing for the classes. So I was leaving and I saw this notification on my Facebook. So I posted the thing yesterday. I don't know if you want to listen to this, but it goes like this. So this gentleman asked me to participate in the Japanese song singing competitions on navconnect.com. Oh, by the way, I recommend you to check for this Nav Connect YouTube channel. It's a YouTube channel where they promote people's talents in terms of art, music and everything. They're doing great work, so if you have any time, just go and check it out. I'll put the channel, I'll put their website or their link to their channel in the description. So yeah, so I'll then read again. So this gentleman asked me to participate in the Japanese song singing competitions on navconnect.com. I spent a month participating my Japanese songs, My head, stomach, intestines, in brief, my entire body was hurting due to much practice. And inside, my inner soul was like, yeah, Anne, you have this. You're gonna win this. The moment your body hurts, it's a deal. You already won. I mean, who am I not to believe in my soul? So I did. I believed my soul. Guess what? I didn't even appear in the top 5 best singers. Oh, it was really sad. So recently, the same gentleman asked me to participate again in singing competitions, again Japanese songs. It's called Utauma Koto. Utauma. So I was like, huh? My entire body? Do it again and then lose in the end? Okay. So I told my friends about it. I told Ricardo, Chitra and some other friends. You know what they said? They were like, well, Annie, we are so serious about it. That's why you lost. So I was like, okay. So I hope to experience a win for the first time without being serious. Well, the truth is that this gentleman believes, believes my singing. Even if like 9 people don't believe in your singing, there is that one person who will believe in your singing. So this gentleman believes in my singing. I don't have any number on the number line for the voters, but I have a number, for this gentleman. I do have a number. So I think the problem is not my singing. Now the problem is the voters. They don't believe me. Now I'm trying so hard to find a way of convincing them by any means to make sure that they do accept that I can be a good singer and I'm actually a good singer. Yeah, and I deserve a win. So in simple terms, the voters are responsible for my failure or loss in the singing competitions, but not me. Yeah, because the manager believes my singing. Yeah, done. So yeah, I mean, I was reading my post on Facebook, so the chapter is closed. Let's go back to the topic. Yep. I have finished shooting all the emails, responding to messages, checking the comments on YouTube. Now I have to sit myself for the class, but before that I have to prepare my breakfast and have something because I need energy. I'm gonna use my brain. It needs a lot of glucose. Ooh! So sanya kupasa into yuki moyari kiushi kanaisa bokuta chigambo teru kagayaki hieni wasure naidene dun dun dun. Breakfast. Tala.
Well, I'm sure this milk is pasteurized, but well, I boil my milk because I have suffered from brucellosis before. So I trust my instincts always to boil my milk. Of course, pasteurization is done at about 65 degrees or 71 degrees for a short time, so I don't think that it kills all the bacteria. So still, I boil it to make sure that I burn or kill all the bacteria. So my milk is ready. Let's go and have breakfast. I have this with bread. Yeah, so my breakfast is here. So I have bread and I have chapati. I love chapatis a lot. And I have my boiled milk. And yeah, well, today I'm going to eat a lot because I'm going to be filling myself. My brain needs a lot of energy to focus on the class and also think about what to tell you. To tell you something important. Something important. To get something important, you have to use your brain, right? So I really need so much energy. So I'm going to eat this and this. But on most days, I only eat bread, one slice, and just warm water, or half a chapati, and then milk. Because if I eat a lot, I just doze and become lazy like a snail. So I always control what I eat, especially in the morning. So yeah.
breakfast, I try to start preparing for my classes. Yeah, so our classes always start at 9:30 and they end at around 5, but on most days they end at around 3 p.m. and we have classes from Monday to Thursday. We always have a free time, from Friday to Sunday, so 3 days weekend, so you can do most of the things, most of the assignments during that time. So today we have 4 classes and we have the morning shift and the afternoon shift. So of course we attend all because we take the same classes as all the students in our batch. So in the morning the classes will start from 9:30 to 12, and then from 12 to 13, that's to lunch hour. From 13 to 15:30, that's when we shall have more classes. In the morning session, I always stay here on my bed, but after lunch, I always shift to that table. I'll show it to you later, to just balance, the activity of my spine. So, yeah, let's start. So the class is starting soon, so I'll try to do something before. Yeah. So now I will try to log in to the website we use our classes. It's called Canvas. And while I'm waiting for the class to commence, it's starting very soon. I try to look for some of the answers I really wanted before sleeping. So there is this paper which I wanted to read yesterday, but I couldn't because I was very tired. So as I wait for the class to start, I try to read this paper to a message. I should switch this off. Sorry, I have to go. I have to go. I have to go. I have to go. Yep. Out. Yes, perfect. Yeah. So I have to. There's a question that I had before I slept. I was trying to look for its answer, but I couldn't get it. So I'm going to be reading through this paper and I'll be focusing on looking for the answer for my question. Because I have limited time, in this case I don't read the whole paper. I specifically go to where I expect my answer to be.
ways of getting gifts for that person. Alright.
So yeah, I have finished logging in, and now I have to increase the volume and start. I think they started already, so.
Hello, good morning.
Due to privacy issues, I won't be able to record the voice of the professor, so I'll just be making some few notes here while he's teaching, and yeah.
And may not at this level be life-threatening. It's hard to say. What we do know is that with time, polyps can accumulate additional mutations, and this is an inverted cecum from someone at a later stage of disease. And you can see that several of the polyps have now accumulated the ability to attract a blood supply. And you can see that because they're brown, and when they have attracted a blood supply, of course, they grow faster. But equally, they have the possibility to for the tumour cells to break off and enter into the bloodstream. So that's a very poor thing to find. But Vogelstein first described what we understand to be the genetic progression of them.
Yeah, so the professor was explaining something that's really interesting. So he mentioned something, and I wanted to ask. So I have written my question down. I'll try to ask him after the class. And the thing is that for this class and other classes, of course I'm not going to take you through all the classes, but the thing is that I will mute him at this point because of privacy. I really don't want to let his audience go out, because this information belongs to the University of Oxford. So because of the privacy reasons, I'll just mute this part and you'll only hear me talking.
Specific receptor antagonists, and it would be so by cancer gene therapy. I'm talking about the use of viruses or possibly plasmids to express proteins that can either supplement the phenotype. For example, you might want to restore the expression of a mutated tumor suppressor gene by delivering a wild-type copy of p53 or BRCA1 or something like that.
Oh wow.
Or the expression of a protein that leads to cell-killing, like tumor necrosis factor TNF, for immunotherapy. Alternatively, expressing an enzyme that could be useful to generate activated cytotoxic agents in situ, a process we call GDEPT or VDEPT. And the second part of the lecture is going to be about the use of virotherapy, which is where we make tumor-killing viruses by engineering viruses to make them cancer selective and not to mediate such toxicity to normal cells.
Wow. So yeah, so the class is done, and I have about 5 questions to the professor, but sometimes we might. So yeah, the class is done, and I have about 5 questions to the professor. So sometimes we don't have enough time to ask the questions at the end of the class. So what we do, we have their email, so you can just shoot an email to each of the professors accordingly. So yeah, so now we shall be going to the next class. shit. Okay, so the morning session is done, and now I'm going to shift from here to that table. From 12 to 1, this is the lunch hour, but I don't take lunch. So I use this time to go and take shower because it's noon, so I feel like my body is a little bit lazy. So this is the time to go and shower, and I get more energy. In the morning, I don't take shower because I don't want to waste my time there. If I eat during this time, I just sleep. So always, I don't sleep in the middle of the day if I have classes. I go shower, I come back, and I settle there. So now, let me first go and just exercise a little bit. I'll be back. Bye. After the lunchtime and after taking a shower, I transfer my body and my equipment to this table. We have 2 more lectures. I will be done by 3 p.m. So, yeah. So now I have to log in quickly.
All of you.
Cancer cells are so cool. Well, today we are studying about the bag effect. How can I explain this? So this is when cancer cells change the metabolism. Well, I don't want to go into science, so much science, because I'm sure there are so many people who are watching this video, and they're not doing science, so don't want to make things so hard. So I won't describe that. I mean, how can I make it simpler? Well, normal cells, normally our body do no, let's skip that part. So we're just studying about how cancer cells try to change the way they use glucose, the way they they utilize glucose. How different is that from the way normal cells use glucose, and how does that help these cancer cells to grow, to become bigger, to divide and move from one place, for example from the leg to another. So that's what we are studying in simple terms. Yes, of course, metabolism for scientists is not only about glucose. Of course, there are other molecules that can be used, but to make things simpler, let's just use glucose, because glucose is known by almost everybody. And of course, glucose is the major molecule that can be easily metabolized. It's the major one. Oh. So she mentioned about the role, there's a protein, so a specific protein, and I was just not surprised but amazed by what it does here to support cancer cells. So it's a tumor suppressor protein, so P53. So I wanted to note down what it specifically does in this process, because it's not well explained, so I have to look it up by myself. That's why I had to note it down.
So yeah. So yeah, so we are done with all our classes. It's around 4. Yeah, in winter it can get dark really quickly. So if my classes don't end this late, I try to go outside and take a walk there. I think if you have watched my video about why Wolfson College should be Oxford is Disney, I showed you where I normally go to take a walk and how my outside looks like, or if you're gonna see how my dormitory or my outside room looks like, you can just just check through my videos, all the videos about my room and everything outside. I mean, I included, they're there in my channel. So yeah, so I'm done with today's classes and I'm so hungry. So the first thing I'm going to do is to make sure that my windows are closed because it's becoming really cold. My windows are closed, my curtains, and yep. Close my windows. たいつその心悲しみにくれないで君のため息なんて春風に変えてやる日の渡る坂道を自転車で駆け上る君となくした思い出に乗せてゆくよララララ口ずさの唇を染めてゆく君と見つけた幸せ花のようにお疲れ様でした So I finished my classes now. I'll go and have lunch. Well, I call it lunch, but I think it will be just lunch and dinner because I don't eat during the day. If I feel hungry, I can just get something like snack. But I don't eat between classes because once I eat, the only thing that comes to my mind, my brain and my soul, my heart and my entire body is to sleep. So now I'm going to go bring my food. I start eating and I call it a day. Before I sleep, I will prepare for tomorrow. I'll look through the lessons we have tomorrow and I prepare for those ones. What do I have to prepare? Just have to prepare my book, where to write the notes, my pencil and everything. Only that. So it's time to eat. After eating, I'll be just on social media, trying to see what happened during the day and trying to, contacting my family and everything. Okay. So yeah. So this is my food and I have my hot water here. So it's a little bit cold, so it's always better to take hot water. Well, for me, I take hot water not to disturb the enzyme activity of my body. Well, if you're so serious with your life, you mess up. So sometimes I tend to be so serious with my life. I mean, I think about my enzymes. But yeah, that's life. Sometimes you can be so serious, sometimes you can be so so what? Unserious? So I finished my dinner. I exercised a little bit, just to make sure that I help my body to digest my food easily. Oh, I took some cold water, so no, my stomach is hot. A little bit. Okay, everything's solved. So yeah, I'm going to sleep. Before I sleep, I always try to think about the day, you know, how the day was, you know, who made me happy, what happened, you know, all people who I care about fine. So I think about them, and sometimes I send messages, and sometimes I just think about them. I don't send messages, and I just say like, oh, my wish for you is happiness, you know. Just send wishes from the bottom of my heart, though I don't say it loudly, but I send wishes, you know, from the heart, even when I'm silent. And I sing. I love singing. I sing, you know, a lot. And the sad thing is that I don't have any instrument around me. I would have used any instrument like a guitar or a piano to play any songs, you know, I like, but I don't. So this time I'm going to sing this Japanese song called 100% Yuki. I love Japanese songs, even though I don't understand every word I sing in Japanese, but I understand the whole meaning of the song before I sing it. Not to make my listeners, oh my god. I don't think that there is any Japanese song that is abusive, but yeah, but still it's really good to think about something you understand so that your words match your facial expressions, you know. So yeah, so this time I'm going to sing the song which I love. I mean, I have so many Japanese songs I love, but there is this song called 100% Yuki. That's the song I feel like, you know, I was thinking about it throughout the day, and that's what I want to sing. So yeah. メソメソしてどうしたんだい太陽みたいに笑う君はどこだいおおやりたいことやったもん勝ち青春なら辛い時はいつだってそばにいるから夢はでかくなけりゃつまらないだろう胸を叩いて冒険しようそうさ 100% 勇気もう頑張るしかないさこの世界中の元気抱きしめながらそうさ 100% 勇気もうやりきるしかないさ僕たちが持てる輝き永遠に忘れないでねトントントゥ Good night. Bye bye. おやすみなさい。